Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to continue where I started or left off last week, speaking about fertilizing your container plants as well as the garden. Today, I'm going to concentrate on the landscape. I'm going to start fertilizing the plants that are already established in the garden. They've been dormant for during the winter months. So today I'm going to use a organic fertilizer made by Espoma. I'm going to use the plant tone. And I know that Espoma has a variety of fertilizers that you can use: plant tone, tomato tone, the list goes on and on and on. But this is an all-purpose. And because most of the plants in my garden are pretty much established, and I also use compost, I'm just going to give them probably a half a cup of fertilizer, of plant tone, to help them come out of the dormant season. Most of the plants are already up. If they're not in bloom, they shortly will be in bloom. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around the garden today and just add a little fertilizer around each plant right at the drip line. And the drip line is basically the last long leaf that you may see in that area, and you just go around the complete drip line. So I hope that this may help you. I know Espoma, if you have tomato plants, you could buy the Espoma tomato tone, the berry tone, rose tone for different plants. But this one, not only is it's good for all of your plants, but you can use them on your vegetables as well. And it also has the formula for the biotone. And if you follow me on follow my videos, you will see that I like the biotone. The biotone I usually start off each plant with once I put them in its container or in the ground, because that the biotone helps the root system to become established. And the one thing that I really do like about the plant tone, it's organic. It will not burn the leaves or the root of the plants. And it is an all-purpose plant food, so you can use it on all of your garden. So I just finished fertilizing my lime ricky. They stand as tall as me. I have 5. I also had a bonus plant that I transplanted in this area in addition to one other plant, and it's not quite as tall as the others, but it is healthy and doing very well. And as you can see, it has plenty of blooms. I have some fertilizer on the leaf that I'm going to tap off. This is the plant tone. After I fertilize all of the flowers in the garden, I'm going to come through and give them a good drench of water. Today is cooler in the garden, but we haven't had much rain here lately. So the lime ricky are doing very well. Lime rickies are a hydrangea which have stronger stems and the plants don't flop over. In addition to that, I have the butterfly bushes in the front that are doing very well. They too were given some plant tone fertilizer by Espoma. This is my Bobo hydrangea. I'm just going around the drip line of each plant, and because Espoma is an organic fertilizer, even if the fertilizer touches the leaves, it will not burn the plant. I try not to. This is my hostas, my other Bobo hydrangea. So I'm just going around the garden and just fertilizing everything. Here is my Limelight hydrangea tree. I'm just going to give it a douse of fertilizer. Yes, I put it in the ground just about a month ago, and it has mulch. You can either push back the mulch or you can do exactly what I did and just water it in. So the peonies or peonies, which however you pronounce it, and the azaleas are starting to bloom. So I'm just going to go around the drip line and just sprinkle some plant tone under the drip line. My veronicas, and you can see there's some pollinators on the blooms. I'm going to sprinkle them also, and here we go. Another peony azalea who has already been in bloom. This is my rose of Sharon. I'm just going to add some fertilizer to it. Now there are a few plants in my garden that don't like fertilizer. One is the nasturtium, the other is the lavender, and my sedum. So I'm not going to give them any fertilizer, but the catmint, this is Walker's Low. It's a perennial. It comes back year after year. I'm just going to give it a light coat of fertilizer, and that's about it. Some of my plants from last year that have already come back and in bloom. And honestly, I can't tell you the name of, I think it's Creeping Thyme, if I'm not mistaken, but it's beautiful. It's starting to trail out. This is a coneflower, I believe. It's not in bloom yet. And the last plant that I'm going to fertilize this morning is my daisies. My daisies stand as tall as my hip. So it's about 5 feet. Let's give some of the sedum. This is the lemon coral sedum. My coleus is behind there. Some are doing well. We have had about 2 weeks without any rain, so it's necessary for me to come out each morning and water the plants. Thank you for watching my video. If you like, please share and subscribe. And as always, happy gardening.